On November 4th of 2018, a woman was headed down a dirt road before noticing some rocks tumbling ahead. The bus stops, and what happened next sent fear down everyone's spine. To my knowledge, there was no serious injuries. What would you do in that situation? Daniel Charon was in disbelief when he returned home and realized it wasn't how he left it. They checked the surveillance footage and saw a man in a hoodie trying to get into their home through the front door, but it was locked. The man then tried the back door, and that was locked as well. So he used the rail to assist him to the balcony where he would kick the door down. Another camera shows the man walking down the stairs as the owner's dog was in disbelief of the situation. The man took a backpack full of valuables and left. Daniel recognized the man on the footage, stating he offered to rake his leaves, but he was actually casing the joint. Perhaps an alarm system would have helped, but a very unfortunate situation for Daniel in any case. This next clip involves yet another Daniel who was filming a fire on his farm in Oklahoma. He was filming for his channels. He captured the fire quite well and was doing some commentary before he inadvertently captured something crazy. It's hard to notice till we zoom in, but you can see someone running in the background. Here it is again. What is that thing? Daniel didn't notice until a friend texted him asking if it was Sasquatch in his video. Daniel was shocked when he went back to view the video and see the mysterious creature. Who or what would run through a fire like that? Let me know what you think of this. Big fires are terrifying in any situation, especially when you're inside a store with an ongoing fire. What's most horrifying about this is the lack of response and evacuation. For what felt like an eternity, no one was doing anything about the fire as it got bigger and bigger. After a while, an employee emerges with a fire extinguisher and finally puts the fire out. Employee of the month, wouldn't you say? In this video, CCTV captures a woman and a man shopping at their local convenience store. They went to the checkout and the woman appeared to be upset with the cashier. Bizarrely, she had him spin around before leaving. The woman in this footage was Joanne Deney, known for the Peterborough ditch murders, including 3 men who she dumped into ditches after stabbing them. She murdered her partner, friend, and housemate, who we can assume was the man beside her here. Just the thought of one of us having a regular interaction with someone who's a killer is horrifying. On May 3rd of 2019, Cyclone Fani, a Category 5 hurricane, made landfall in Odessa, being the most powerful storm to hit the state since 1999. Take a look. The wind is so strong that it phases through an office building and blows the windows out. It also flipped the roof off of an apartment complex, along with some cars. The hurricane did $8.1 billion in damages, making it the second most costly disaster at the time recorded in the Indian Ocean. Some of you may remember this throwback clip of a couple runners in the woods at 7:30 a.m. They can be heard discussing the sighting of a clown. Moments later, the men see the clown walking across the bridge before confronting him. Without hesitation, the clown chased the men before the video abruptly ended.
I swear to God, man. We just saw a clown, and I'm sort of freaking out about it. What the What the What the Yo, what the are you doing, man? It's 7:30 in the morning. Have you heard about all this? People are freaking out about this.
The video description stated that the clown had a knife on him as well. I am so done with these creepy clowns. This video is short yet creepy. Dashcam footage captures a driver driving in the middle of the night before seeing a mysterious figure on the side of the road, dressed in all white. I don't know about you guys, but a man walking on the empty road near a forest in the middle of the night is unusual, which begs the question, was he human or a ghost? A lot of bank robbers either don't wear a mask or they wear a mask that barely hides their face. This man seems to be well aware of that as he wrapped his head and hands in bandages, looking like a mummy. Although he was photographed in multiple angles, there wasn't an inch of skin for the police to scrutinize. He's wanted by the FBI, but it looks like this man ain't getting caught. A YouTuber named Aldo's World takes an Elmo doll to an alleged haunted playground at 3 a.m. to see what would happen. Elmo is apparently supposed to move around this hour. Aldo and his friends stated that they thought nothing would happen. They walked away for a minute and claimed the Elmo doll moved on its own and that its face looked slightly different. They look away once more and suddenly Elmo is face down.
Wasn't he on his stomach?
What's going on? Yo, he was what's going on?
They would make their case a lot better if they didn't keep taking the camera off the Elmo constantly. However, the doll did laugh on its own, making me think it could be real. Have you ever felt like something wasn't in your control? The man in this elevator felt this firsthand. In spite of the desperate attempts, the elevator acts on its own accord. He began mashing the buttons, but that didn't work as the elevator was moving frighteningly. The camera cut as the elevator hit the ceiling or the ground. Luckily, the man got out alive. He was hurt, however, and is probably going to start taking the stairs. CCTV footage captures a man in a hoodie wielding a hammer and going through this bedroom looking for valuables. Luckily, nothing was taken and no one in the house woke up, or it could have gotten ugly. CCTV captures this heroic dog as it scares off this snake creeping up on its owner. This footage was taken in New Jersey, and it shows a man creeping around this home while a mother and her 2 daughters were asleep. The house was 3 stories, and the mother began hearing strange noises coming from downstairs. Understandably concerned, she checked the home security footage and was met with this horrifying sight. Upon seeing this, she barricaded herself along with her 2 daughters in the bathroom and called the police. However, the police took a while to respond, and they waited, hoping he wouldn't come upstairs. Luckily, he never did. He did leave with a few valuables, however. I'm just glad the mother and daughters weren't harmed. This next clip shows a McDonald's on fire in the middle of the night. No matter which angle the camera was, the fire was raging. Firefighters arrived and the fire was too much, as all they could do was hope to contain the fire. After a while, the building is seemingly melting and the iconic M is broken. Just look as these flames rage through the building. The fire was caused by an arsonist around 4 a.m., and it was a real challenge for these firefighters. I can't imagine what this particular McDonald's did to set off a customer like this. Years ago, a scary video surfaced about a creepy doll that was allegedly found in Mexico, and its eyes followed the viewer's eyes as they moved. The video turned out to be a hoax, but the doll couldn't be more real. It was created by Oklahoma artist Julia Lane. Julia had a knack for making dolls whose eyes can follow your own wherever they move. Here are some creepy videos and images of the doll. Summer of 2022, a tornado hit China that sent debris flying everywhere. Anything that wasn't bolted down was coming off the ground. The second and third tornadoes were strong enough to obliterate 2 different roofs, ripping the material to shreds. The aftermath shows a warehouse in shambles with twisted metal beams and a caved roof. tornadoes can cause some serious damage. This short clip shows a man walking in the middle of the street and the cars phasing through him. Someone explain this, please. CCTV footage shows Steve Kocher parking his car and exiting the vehicle. This would be the last anyone ever saw of him. Steve lived in St. George, Utah at the time of his abrupt disappearance. He was reported missing a few days later when he stopped coming to work and church activities. Police found that Steve traveled over 1,000 miles between Utah and Nevada in just the past week. There's no info on where Steve may have gone and why. It is believed Steve had an affair and ran off with a woman, but who knows? A woman and friends were driving down a dark wooded street and believed they saw something. As if that wasn't scary enough, they heard a yell in the distance, but they were not going to take their chances by investigating it.
Oh my God, no, fuck that.
There's no further context. That was enough to send them on their way, and that's that. In this video, a zookeeper was playing with a group of tigers, lions, and leopards before the unthinkable happened. The animals were having a fun time cuddling and receiving rubs from the zookeeper, as a leopard in the back can be seen creeping on the zookeeper. The leopard was moving in for an attack before the tigers scared it off. The zookeeper is a badass for how he disciplines the leopard after and wasn't even scared. Employees came to work before discovering their workplace had been broken into. When they looked at the security footage, they saw a man break in using a piece of plywood. He checked the cash register, but it was empty. There was money in the tip jar, but he didn't take it. All the man left was some car keys, and oddly enough, he didn't steal the car they belonged to. The man went through a lot of trouble breaking in for nothing. Home surveillance footage captures an arsonist pouring gas from a water bottle onto an SUV in a California driveway. He lit the SUV on fire before fleeing the scene. Police are searching for the suspect and are offering a $10,000 reward. It's truly disturbing how serial killers think that it's normal when they talk about their murder experiences. CCTV footage shows Neil Maxwell and Luke Pearson as they talk about the murder of Lee Cooper. It's insane how they talk so nonchalantly, like they're talking about the weather. This black bear wasn't invited to the barbecue, I'm pretty sure. I don't think any food is worth confronting a bear. However, Josh here doesn't see it that way. He's antagonizing the bear, tossing his drink onto the bear in hopes it will get away from the grill.
Go!
Listen, if it comes running, Josh, get up
Go!
here.
Getting up here.
Let the food burn.
Go!
Run! Call the police. Come on, Dad.
Go!
Dad, come on. He can jump over there, guys.
Woo! Yeah.
Josh. Josh.
Get out of there. Oh.
Quit. No! 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 Josh, get away! Dad, get away! Josh, get! Let him have it! Get, Josh! Get! Josh! No! Josh, quit! Let him have it! Let him have it! Move! This ain't funny. Move, Jacob.
The video cuts off, but I guess the bear got the food. That could have gone a lot worse for Josh. Ring footage captures a little girl who saved the day by noticing the air fryer caught fire. She then ran off to warn her father. Her father, Daniel, couldn't find the fire extinguisher, and it was time for Plan B. Daniel picked up the air fryer, burnt his feet in the process, and tossed his stove out the window into the pool.
She said, Daddy, you gotta come see this. And she's doing this with her hands.
Watch out! Watch out!
I was trying not to hit the dogs and there was plastic dripping.
He burnt his feet.
I burnt my feet.
Amelia is now being called their little superhero. This video shows a great example of why you shouldn't jump into the sea, picking fights with those that live there. The man in this video had an encounter with a shark that you have to see to believe. Luckily, he swam and got away. Maybe he learned his lesson by jumping into the sea like that. That is not your territory. Anyone that's been to Disney World knows the Indiana Jones show is one of the most popular shows at the venue. This show gives a perspective of what the stunts look like as they're performed live, including the stunts where Jones runs away from a rolling ball, just like the movie. However, the stunt takes an ugly turn, literally. The ball rolled and turned the wrong way and rolled into the audience. Luckily, no one was hurt. That ball weighs over 400 pounds though, so that could have been tragic. After several murders involved homeless people in the Las Vegas area, CCTV captured footage of a police sting operation attempting to catch the killer. They set up a mannequin under a blanket so it would appear that somebody was sleeping there. Shane Schindler didn't hesitate to tee off on the mannequin. As Schindler attempted to evade the scene, police officers surrounded and arrested him. Very clever. Stay tuned for our #1 pick that will shock you. CCTV footage captures a man taking a walk on a sunny day before receiving the shock of a lifetime. Watch this. A gigantic pane of glass came down and narrowly missed him. He lost his scarf, but he is extremely lucky. That could have gone a lot worse. Thanks for watching. Stay vigilant, friends.